It's Monday, October 25th, 2001. This is AprilDavisPI here in Los Angeles, California, and we have invested in another Goodwill jewelry jar. We've only ever bought a few of these, and so far, for the most part, they have been a total bust. But today, let's open her up and see what we have. It is obviously very hard to film and open up the jar that is taped with shipping tape with only two hands here. So I had to turn off the camera just to take the tape off the top of the jar. But this is what she looks like. I would describe it as a small, not even a medium-sized jewelry jar. I'm guessing maybe 8-10 inches high. And I did see a Tiffany piece at the bottom, but I could tell just by looking at it in the store that it appears to be a fake, which seems to be quite common here, that when I do finally, locate a Goodwill jewelry jar, that it will have some type of fake designer jewelry. So here we go. Let's see what we've got. Well, once again, we're going to need a third hand, so hold steady. Okay, here we are. We are live again, and I have gone through most of the contents of this jar. The most interesting piece is this silver chain. It is actually marked 925. It has two heart pendants, very, very tiny, and one is marked Return to Tiffany if found, Tiffany&Co, New York. Maybe that's real because it's on a 925 starter chain, but I kind of doubt it. I saw those at the bottom of the jar while in the store, and I have seen fake Tiffany pieces in Los Angeles area jewelry jars. I don't know why so much of this fake Tiffany jewelry is showing up at the Goodwill, but there's a possibility since it's on a real silver chain. We'll have to test it, but I doubt it. Let me know your thoughts on that. I'm very interested in this little gold tone pendant that's marked piano. It's in a very old plastic container that snaps shut, and it says a U.S.A product. Don't know if you can read that here on the GoPro. It is so old that the little felt piece that's in there that displays the jewelry, it actually crumbled in my fingers into a fine powder. It was very messy, almost felt like charcoal or gunpowder. I know that it's just a little piece of foam or felt, but it's very, very old to the point that it disintegrated. And that was my bunny. He's underneath my legs right now. He just dropped something. But anyway, another interesting piece was this little Lobster Pen. It says Hungry Tiger. I believe that may have been a restaurant chain at one time. I'm not familiar with it. If anybody knows what Hungry Tiger is, please let me know. There's also quite a bit of pearls in here. I don't know if they're real. If they are, then we've hit the jackpot and we'll pay for the entire jar and all the other jars that I've ever bought at Goodwill that I haven't done very well on. At the very least, I will have a pearl necklace to wear tomorrow in support of former Dodger Jock Peterson, who has made it into the World Series. I will wear that in support of Jock. There are quite a few sets of snapback earrings here. Just costume jewelry. I don't think anything of any value. There are a few nice necklaces here that are marked, but I will have to get my jeweler's loop out to be able to see the name that's on the markings. So when they're marked, they're usually something that's found in a local department store or retail store, and they can have a little bit of value. I don't think I have anything in here that I will sell individually. Probably just weigh it, bottle it back up, put it in the jar, and put it out on eBay. I can link my store in the description if you guys are interested. I may be putting this up in the next few days. There's also this really cute little poodle pendant. I think anybody that has a little miniature poodle would probably really like that. There's also a little penguin pendant in here. Shout out to my niece. She really loves penguins. I might save that for her. There appears to be a 10 Commandments religious bracelet. Thank you, Goodwill, for giving me a rock. Who would put a rock in a jewelry jar. I know that these jewelry jars out here in LA, they're put together at corporate and they are sent to the individual stores. But, you know, thanks Goodwill. You weighed down my jewelry jar with a rock. It does not look like it fell off a piece of jewelry. It just looks like a rock that you would find on the ground. Once again, many little bracelets, little homemade beaded things that are on the elastic, indicating homemade usually. There's one over here that looks like it's made of black pearls. I really like that. If that's real, then I've really hit the jackpot, but I doubt any of these pearls are real. We've got a couple pearl necklaces, a black pearl bracelet. We've got some snapback pearl earrings. There's a few pendants that also have little pearls in them. Little gold and looks like cubic zirconias. Not quite sure. Little elephant pendant. This I originally thought was a palm tree, but now I don't think so. I'm not sure what it is. Some type of little flower possibly. These look like really vintage earrings. I don't know who the maker is on this. I'll have to research that. Like I said, some of these pieces are marked, but I will have to get a magnifier to be able to read it. This just looks like a homemade bracelet, but it looks like a piece of jade on the end, which I think is really interesting. That would be really nice if that is actually a piece of real jade. The rings, like I said, they just look like fakes or bubblegum machine rings. I can tell by the weight. They just don't feel like, I don't even think I need to look on the inside for markings because they just, all of them don't feel right. But there's like quite a few things over here that I haven't had a chance to go through yet. There's a big pile here, an entanglement that it's going to take a few hours to pull all this apart to see what I have. But for $29.99, this is what we ended up with. If you like these videos, please like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. And if you really enjoy these videos, you might want to check out the link in the description where it says buy me a coffee. I'd like to give a shout out to Summer of 1776 for being our very first sponsor who bought us a coffee. I wouldn't really call her a sponsor, but whoever you are, Summer of 1776, thank you for buying us a coffee and enjoying our videos. That money will go to the channel. I really appreciate it. Like I said, Summer of 1776, whoever you are, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. If anybody else wants to send a coffee, just go to the link in the description. For now, that's all. Good night.